Come on now. It's me. Hey, what is up, YouTube? It is your girl Khayla Quave, and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing.
What is up, everybody? Y'all, okay, let me know where I should look, because this is the mirror and I got my camera angled, so I don't know if I should look over here or at the mirror. I'm gonna look at both and I'll just edit to see for future reference. But anyway, y'all, what is up, y'all? Y'all can see by the title today, we're gonna do a Get Ready With Me / a College 101. I'm gonna give y'all some things that I wish people would have told me before I went off to college. So before this video gets started, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also turn on your post notifications so you're notified every single time I post. Let's get into the video. It is 10:56 and I really don't have anything to do today, but it's a Friday, and so I may go out to eat with my peoples. And so I'm just getting ready, and I think I need to go pick up my little brother from school today. But I'm gonna be the cute sister, the sexy sister, and the motherfucking pickup lines. I'm not a makeup artist, so do not come for me. We're just having a little fun, and I'm helping the girlies and the boys get their life together for fucking college. So let's go. All right, so for y'all who don't know, I went to Northwestern State University in Natchitoches, Louisiana, because I am from Louisiana. Stop playing. And that is a PWI. I really wanted to go to Southern and BR, but it didn't happen because they didn't have what I thought I was gonna get my degree in, so that's why I didn't go. The first thing, be yourself. Do not go to college trying to create like this persona of who you are. I know a lot of people think that when they go to college, it's like, oh, this is the chance for me to like rebrand myself, rename myself. Be your true, authentic self, because eventually this shit is gonna come up. Now, I'm not saying like you can't change from high school. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with niacinamide that I'm using. I'm not saying you can't change from high school to middle school, because you absolutely can. But what I'm saying is, don't go in there like, I'm not talking about confidence or it. I'm just saying, don't be going in there putting on no facade, putting on no show, thinking that you're about to get friends. Like, be your true, authentic self. You ask anybody I went to middle school with, you can ask my teachers from elementary, because I run into them. Well, I used to run into them before I moved. But they'll be like, Khayla, you still act the same. Yeah, like, why the fuck would I not act the same? Like, why would I not act the same? I'm not trying to be nobody that I'm not. Like, that's crazy as fuck. Now, I have matured, so I don't pop off like I used to, but like I'm still the same person. So that's tip, hint number 1, period, point in the blank. Tip number 2, I wrote down, don't be afraid to go to school activities by yourself, which I'm pretty sure all colleges are like this. The first couple of days, maybe like that first week of school, they gonna have a lot of activities for you to do, for you to actually kind of like see where different things are, see what organizations the school has to offer, whether that's Greek life, the Divine Nine. Like I said, I went to a PWI, so we had the white peoples, then we had the Divine Nine. Just go to those functions, because you never know who you can see. Like, your friends that you graduate from high school, like in your class, may not be going to that college. That doesn't mean like people who you met in college and met in high school when you were like a sophomore, who were like a junior or a senior. Like, you may run into them people, so you just never know who you're gonna run into. So definitely go by yourself. Dress cute as fuck. What I'm saying is, be confident in who you are, and don't be afraid to go by yourself. To this day, I go do shit by myself. I go out to eat by myself. I go to the movies by myself. Like, I don't care. I love spending time with myself. Not only does that give you a confidence, but you just never know who you're going to meet. Now, granted, when the school year starts, that's when you want to go to those football games. You want to be a part, you know what I'm saying? You want to be in the student section. You want to go to the football games. You want to go to, shit, about fucking time. This is the next time frame to the brow pomade and the color espresso. You want to go to the football games. You want to go to the basketball games. Y'all, if this angle is different, I apologize. My phone literally just died on me. That pissed me off. It just died on me. And it's plugged in and goddamn outlet don't work. And I didn't even realize. But anyway. Number 3, learn your campus. Period. When I say learn your campus, I mean learn the shortcuts. Learn the motherfucking learn the shortcuts, learn the back ways, learn the little trails, learn how long it takes you to get from one building to the next building. Because that's definitely gonna save you in terms of where to park and how to get to this class from that class, especially if you have classes back to back to back. Even if you have like a break in between, let's say you have a class in a C building, just making up shit, and you have a 2-hour break, and that's around lunch. You need to know how long it's gonna take you from you to get to the C building, to your cafeteria, to your next class, so you can be on time. Because some of the professors do not give a fuck. They will lock you out of class. Period. Point. And then you sit here looking stupid, especially if it's a class that you really, really, really need. Like if you're a nursing student and it's a biology class or a microbiology or like a fucking chemistry class. You definitely don't want to get like that motherfucker. You miss it one day, I swear to God. I swear to God, you're going to be sitting there like, what the fuck? Which leads me to my next goal. Do not stress about your major. Don't fucking do it. You definitely do not want to stress about your major, because when you first go to college, everybody's classes that are freshmen are prerequisite classes. Meaning, those classes that you take can be transferred to other majors. So if you finally get into your program, like some main classes, and you like, oh, nah, I ain't fucking with this shit, that is old fucking cake. You really just have to make it through the first full school year, because those are going to be your prerequisite classes. Like, do not stress about your major. For example, I started off in radiology, which is why I did not go to Southern, because Southern did not offer radiology as a bachelor's. I didn't even end up fucking finishing in radiology. If you know, I finished in psychology, but that's what I'm saying. Those prerequisite classes, they counted towards my psychology degree. All that fucking stressing and goddamn, y'all, look at this brow. It don't look that bad, but bitch, that brow is hideous. Yeah, do not stress about it. I literally was like, damn. I didn't get into clinicals, but the reason why I didn't get into clinicals, we're gonna talk about that in a later hint, tip, whatever. So I'm a y'all the tea. So do not stress about it. I took my first psychology class. I was like, oh yeah, I fuck with this shit. This shit kind of interesting. Let me figure out why these niggas act the way they act. And so I decided to do psychology over communications. Do not stress about it if you're not 100% sold on it. Just listen to my next goal. Do not let people try not to let people influence your decision. Because your family will try to make, especially if like you're like a first generation college student, I know parents want the best for their kids. I understand that. Influence your decision, get advice, but at the end of the day, pray about it and make the best decision for yourself. Because at the end of the day, no, you're going to be the person working in that field, okay? You're going to be the person taking them tests. You're going to be the person getting it done. Your family can only support you. Your family cannot, and your friends, they cannot take any of them goddamn tests for you. So make sure whatever decision, y'all, these brows are so fucking ugly. You are going to be the person doing it. And it sucks once you get into a situation and you in a field and you done bust your ass, you done got this degree, and it's not even something that you really wanted to do. Like the real reason why you did it was because your family wanted you to do it. And now you stuck in a situation that doesn't make you happy. You're in a career that you don't really fucking like. And who the fuck wants to do that, bitch? Because then eventually you gonna go back and you're gonna change your career. I mean, you could just do that from jump. Just saying. Oh my gosh. I am literally embarrassing myself. Oh, bitch, hold on. Yeah. That is a lot of concealer for this baby ass brow. I look crazy. Alright, y'all. That's all the technical difficulties we gonna have. The phone done died. I literally had to put my contacts in because I just could not see. I wiped off this brow completely because I was not even about to attempt to save it when I can just redo it. Alright, y'all. So the brows are done. And we're gonna move on to the next goal. It's going to be, and this was my slogan before I even got to college. This was my slogan, middle school and high school, which was party hard, but study harder. In college, you don't have to worry about your parents getting no goddamn report card. You ain't gotta worry about your parents getting nothing because they're not gonna get that. So I'm telling you, enjoy. I'm sweating. It's really up to you to take initiative and do the little that you can. I'm not saying don't party. Party. Duh, your parents gonna know you partying. If they was partying, bitch, they know you gonna party. Unless you're like an introvert and that's just not your scene. Party. Party. Like, enjoy yourself. Do not have fun because you're not gonna get the memories back. The college parties are some of the best memories I have in my 20s, so let's be for real. There were plenty of nights, because I worked at Walmart when I was in school. There was plenty of nights where I would not come home to like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and have to be to work for 7. So at this point, it was no sleep. It was team no sleep. And I literally had to fucking go to work, get off work, and do homework and assignments. And I'm a procrastinator, so I was always waiting to the last minute. Next hit, do not fucking procrastinate. Do not be like me. Be better than me. I'm telling you. Granted, I got it done, but I've always been a procrastinator. There has never been a time where I just have been like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get this assignment done early. That's never been me. I've never been one of those girlies. I aspired to be one of them girlies, but I'm just not. Even in graduate school, I did not do none of my assignments before like the day they were actually due. It's so much stress. To me, I feel like I work better under the pressure and under stress, but do not do as I say. I'm telling you, that's just me personally. If you know you can't handle that stress and you get major anxiety, do not do that. Just try to work on a schedule that's best for you. If you're one of those people, I have a lot of my friends who like doing things on schedule. I'm not one of those girlies. I like to just kind of freeball it and do what I feel like at the time. But I'll be literally doing it the day of, like the assignment was due, doing it. Just don't be like me. Try not to procrastinate and just really try to use your time effectively. Another tip, and y'all do not come for me in these comments, okay? If you do not like to work out, start. That freshman 15 is something so real. But I feel like now the girlies are taking more care of their body than even when I went to school. Because like we was literally going out to eat at fucking, okay, so I went to school in Natchitoches. It's a small country town. We didn't have no Waffle House. We had a Huddle House. That shit is fire. Like, it's so fucking good. If you ain't never had Huddle House, find a Huddle House and search Huddle House, because literally it is so good. And so we would be like 3 o'clock in the morning, especially after like a party or a club. We going to Cane's, we're going to Sonic, because everything stayed open early or later. I mean, so we literally going to all these spots getting boo cool food, like boo cool food. And I can honestly say, like, I did gain a lot of weight or whatever, but luckily I was able to go to the rec, work out. I took some kickboxing classes. I took these, they were called bar classes. So I was able to do things and lose the weight, and I actually had fun. And with me doing the workout classes and going to the rec, I made more friends, okay? So, or I met more people, and I could party with these people. So definitely not coming from a place of hate. I'm just saying, but once you get to a certain weight, it's just, or you start gaining weight and your clothes don't start fitting the same and your body starts looking different, you're just kind of like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And there's no hate, because I feel like most women have gotten to a point where they have gained weight or they've lost weight and they're just not comfortable with it. They don't like it, and like how it makes them feel and stuff. And so I'm just here to tell you to not have to go through that heartache. Literally, just go ahead and just start working out. If you do 30 minutes on a treadmill, or if you decide to do intramural sports, because I know the PWI I went to had them, and I think other schools had that shit too. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure other PWIs have it. I can't speak on HBCU, but just try to get active so you don't have to go do that. Another goal, try to join a study group. From high school going into college, you already know what your strengths and your weaknesses are. If there's a subject that you have to take, baby, go ahead and try to be a little friendly, or be like, hey, y'all want to make a group meeting on a study group. If you saying study groups, 9 times out of 10, people are gonna respond to that shit, because they gonna want to make sure everybody's understanding and that everybody is doing what everybody's getting their shit together, one day and one sound. Even at the PWI, you know, don't be afraid to suggest that, or even, you know, see if people are going to be willing to help. If you really in that shit, like, you really gonna do what needs to be done. So do not be afraid to join a study group, or even suggest a study group, or just, you know, or even go to tutoring. If you're an introvert and you don't want to really be around people, do the one-on-one tutor shit. It's simple, very, very simple, and it's very effective. Now, this is another tip. Some people gonna be feeling away probably, but this is just what it is. The next tip or hint, and this has nothing really to do with school, this is more so of your social life. Do not be overly open. And I say this to say, when you go to college, you figure out who your true friends are, and you figure out how shady people can fucking be. That's just the reality. Luckily, I didn't have this problem when I was in school. But one thing I am going to say, I'm going to say that when you go to college, you meet people from different walks of life, people who have different values. You don't want to tell some girls you done met for a month your business and all your shit in the street. I'm not saying don't trust them. I'm just saying be selective with what they know until you have established that you have a true friendship with these girls or with these guys, because you don't want the shit that you tell them in private to come out. If you're going to do something that's really, really personal, I would not confide in a person that you just met. Now, if you have friends that you've been friends with for a long time, tell them over new people. But then again, shit, people that you've been known for the longest time, them be some of the main people who fucking stab you in your back. So you just never know. It don't matter how many people go to that fucking campus. Once your shit hit the street, motherfucker, that campus is small as fuck. Okay? So, which leads me to my next hint. Do not take advantage of the mental clinic and the health clinic on your campus, because something that's real, or like real fucking real. You do not want no ER bills. You do not want no urgent care bills. You're sitting here paying for this shit with your tuition. The same with the rec. So take advantage of that shit, because once you get into the real world, it ain't no, like, it's not no one and done. It's as the bills come, you have to pay. And yeah, so don't take advantage of all those resources, because you never know. It can really help you and benefit you in the long run. That's one thing that I didn't take advantage of, but my stupid ass was going to the urgent care, and I was looking at it like, I'm on everybody's insurance. I'm on my mama's insurance, I'm on my daddy's insurance. Like, bitch, I ain't got shit to pay for it, and still had to pay $25. The next topic or next hint is gonna be about your roommates. And I know everybody did not get the roommates they want. Like, there are some people that you just don't fucking click with in a living situation, and then there are some people that you can click with. Only thing I can say is try to establish, like, rules in a sense, and just, like, the shit that you're not gonna tolerate. Like, that's like, because, okay, I didn't live on campus. None of my years in undergrad that I live on campus, I actually had a college apartment, and it was off the campus. So it was a college apartment. It just wasn't on campus. It was actually across the street from the school. So it was in close proximity. I did not have a meal voucher or none of that shit. So I'm not speaking on none of that shit, because I honestly can't speak on it, because I didn't experience it. So the college apartment and how it was set up, it was 4 bedrooms, and we all had our own bathroom, and we all shared the living area, like the living room and the kitchen. Okay. So my first set of roommates, because I was in that same apartment until I graduated, so I went through a lot of roommates. My first set of roommates, at first, we was all good. We started off so good. Like, so everybody had a little boo. And like, we would have, like, the guys would play the video game, and the girls, we would just be talking about girl stuff. They were cool. I mean, like, very, very cool. And then there was a falling out between the girl who lived in C. So A, B, and C were all on one side, and my room was the only room on this side of the wall. So like this is my side, and then this wall was A, B, C, and then D was by itself on with the washer and dryer. So it was Christmas break, and the girl, her cousin, her brother, her something, I had put all my Christmas stuff in the living room, which wasn't a big deal to me, because like we literally shed everything, and if somebody left their clothes in the dryer or in the dryer, we would just put them on the couch, and that person would get their clothes because we need to wash clothes. So it wasn't no disrespect, but I had left my presents on the fucking couch, and her cousin, brother, whoever the fuck he was, literally came into our fucking apartment, and he stole my Christmas presents off the fucking couch, bitch. I was so fucking upset. So me and her ended up getting into it and falling out, and like that was a big ordeal. She ended up moving out, but yeah, that was like a major like thing. Cause I was like, this bitch done stole my shit. Or she knew the person who stole my shit. Like, you ain't shit, that girl. Like, we was on fight. But yeah, so like that's that. Like I said, just try to be cordial and try to set those ground rules, and just try to, I know you can't kick it with everybody, like trust me, I'm very much so aware. I'm literally just told y'all. Just try to work it out with your roommates, especially if it's somebody that you know but you just can't live with, because that's typically how it goes. It's your friend and y'all just aren't the same and you just can't live together. So the next hint, tip, try to get a job if you can. And I say that only because it kind of helps you with your resume. It'll be like cool if you could get an on-campus job that's kind of like in line with what you want to do, like what you're getting your degree in. But let's be realistic, a lot of people can't really work because they're student athletes and shit. And I mean that's cool, that's understandable. Like if you know communication, try to work in the radio station on campus. Or like if you are doing like a nursing situation or something, try to work at the health clinic. So yeah, definitely try to get a job or try to do some type of work just so you can build your resume. Cause a lot of people ain't got connection like that. So it's just really based off of you. And we are back, and the face is not looking that bad. This is like one of the major things I see in college, and this was like the biggest thing that I dealt with in college. So let's get into it. So this. Do not worry about that nigga. Do not worry about that bitch. No disrespect. Literally, no disrespect. Trust me. But I just feel like when you're in college, that's the time for you to figure out yourself, for you to figure out what you like, what you don't like, who you want to be with, and who you don't want to be with. If you know me, you know, if you've been like a subscriber for a little while and you've actually took time to go look at my videos, you know, I was in a relationship for 7 years. The person that I was with for those 7 years, we started dating when I was a senior in high school. He was already in college, and we started dating. Well, we continued to date until I graduated and shit. And when I tell you, we were off and on, and that really fucked with my mental. Fucked with my mental bad. It was specifically my first year at Northwestern. He literally just kind of like broke up with me. He literally was like, I don't want to be with you no more. And when I tell you that shit ate me to the core, like I was so concerned about him. Like I'm not afraid to say this. It's horrible. I'm gonna say it anyway. Like this shit ate me to the core with him. But I literally was so focused on him, my GPA, because I went to Northwestern, which was a PWI. But I actually, long story short, Northwestern was not the school I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to the University of Louisiana Monroe. I got accepted. I just didn't go my first year out of high school because I did not get any financial aid, and my ACT score was 1 point shy of the top scholarship, so I didn't have any money to cover it, and we just couldn't afford it. So I went to Southern University in Shreveport. And started there for school. So I mean, I did go to an HBCU, but it wasn't a full-term university. Okay, so anyway, So when I transferred, I already had a GPA. I already had college credits. I transferred, my GPA was like a 3 point, it was like a 2.9 or like a 3.0. It was somewhere around there. After that first semester, y'all, my GPA dropped to a 1.87. I was still in good academic standing, but I'm telling you, it's not worth it. If that person that you're in a relationship with is really just showing out and acting the ass, ladies, love yourself more to know that at the end of the day, you have your own future and he may not be in that future. Or she may not be in your future. Guys, the same thing. Like, I'm not saying don't date in college, but what I'm saying is do it all. Make sure you put yourself first and your goals first. That's the one thing I wish somebody would have told me. I would never want a young lady to go do that shit, because these niggas is really not shit. Do not put yourself in that situation. Do not go in a relationship thinking you're gonna be with this man for forever, because let's be for real, you are not the same person you are when you were in high school as you are in college, because college comes with life experiences, and through those life experiences you get to understand what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate, and that's gonna make you the person that you are. Okay, we are people. We are constantly evolving and we are constantly changing, and our preferences are constantly changing. Okay, and if I don't say nothing else that you take away, take this away. Trust me, it is not fucking worth it. Your future is so much more important than that relationship. Love yourself enough to walk away. Love yourself enough to respect your future, and love yourself enough to be the best version of yourself. Because truthfully, honestly, if it's meant for y'all to be together, y'all gonna get back together. Not focus so much on that relationship, because you did not go to college to focus on a relationship. Okay? You went to college to get a fucking degree. Bitch. Do that shit. The next goal. And this has really nothing to do with academics. This is more so the party scene. Make sure you are smart. Have a DD. And do not mix your liquor. Do not mix your liquor. I am telling you from experiences. Do not mix your liquor. Do not mix brown and clear. If you think, do not mix brown, clear wine. If you're going to drink, and if you're going to drink underage, which I'm not going to say I condone drinking underage, but I did it. And I feel like most college people do it. Just be smart. Make sure you have a designated driver, and make sure that designated driver is sober. I went to college in a small little town. We didn't have Ubers. That wasn't a thing. It was around, but we just didn't have Ubers. We didn't have Lyfts. So make sure, if you're in a small town and they don't offer that, make sure your friend is sober enough to take you home. And you do not want to get drunk to the point where you do not understand anything. Make sure the people that you are with, you fully trust, because we don't want anybody taking advantage of you. Do not leave your drinks unattended, because this is a practical video. We're going to talk about everything. You do not want your shit to get drugged. Typically, if I have a drink, I hold it like this. Like, this is my cup. I hold it like this so my hand is on it. I'm going to throw that bitch back, and we're gonna throw that cup in the trash. Do not let a guy bring you a drink. Do not let a girl bring you a drink. Be careful and pay attention to your surroundings. I'm not saying be scared. I'm just saying be cautious. Travel in the pack. I do not go out by myself. Still to this day, I do not go about to clubs by myself. I go out to eat and shit by myself, but to clubs, I do not go by myself. Do not go by yourself. Travel in a pack, and make sure these are women that you can trust. So fill them out. Like I said, fill them out before you just become best friends with somebody. My bad, y'all. I was getting a phone call. But, and also something else, when you go out to a club or to a party, make sure you are aware of your exits. Not saying, like I said, not to scare y'all, but niggas do dumb shit. Okay? So they be showing their ass. Just make sure that you are aware of the exits. And sometimes it's not even the niggas. Sometimes the police be doing too much. They get the spraying mace and shit, and now you got mace in your eye, and the bitch can't see. But if you would know what that exit was when you would have first seen them spray that shit, or you would have smelled that shit, your ass could have been the first one out that motherfucker. Whenever you find those group of girls that you trust, send them your location. If you have an iPhone, send them your location so they always know where you are. Even to your friends who don't go to the schools that you go to, like, I'm in Lafayette, but I have a friend in Houston who has my location. I have 2 friends in Bossier who have my location. Another tip for College. Okay, we're gonna get into, or we're gonna just talk a little bit about the Divine Nine. I can't speak for everybody. I'm not Greek. All I can say is from what I know, because I have friends who are Greek and I have family members who are Greek. My daddy is a Kappa. My uncle is an Alpha. My best friend is a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. What I can tell you is that you need to be discreet, okay? Do not, and I know a lot of people don't know. You be seeing them videos on TikTok when people just be throwing up their signs and be trying to do what they do. Like, if you're not at shimmy like a noob or whatever, there's no reason for you to be rolling your shoulders. You are not an SG roll and you are not a Kappa, okay? There's no reason for you to be making the noises and all that other stuff. Be very respectful. And I know a lot of people don't know, but I feel like that's what this video was saying. It's to help you. 5 fraternities, 4 sororities. Be very discreet, whether you're a man or you're a woman, okay? Just be very discreet. Be very respectful. And if you want to be a part of it, go to the informationals, go to the meetings, and go to their different events they're having on campus. When I say be discreet, don't be like, hey, I want to play. No, do not do that. Maybe start following some ladies on social media and just make sure that you're trying to be genuine. If you do talk to them, like if you go to an informational or if you go to, because sometimes it'll be like Greek week and they'll have like all the sororities and fraternities, including the white ones. Like we used to have them in our ballroom and you just go talk to the girls that you want to talk to. And just, you know, kind of talk to them. Just kind of fill out their personality so they can kind of know who you are, or just get a sense of your personality and remember your face. They may not know your name, but they remember your face and they see you. They're like, oh yeah, I remember her, type of thing. So just be very discreet and be very respectful, and just try to go to as many of their events as possible. Don't fake nothing. Do not fake nothing. Do not perpetrate. That's not going to get you anywhere. Do your research on every organization. Make sure you have the GPA and make sure you have the community service hours and things like that, okay? I'm not Greek, so I'm not going to go no further than that. I'm just telling you that if you do your research, you can find the basic information, and pretty much that's going to be all you need. And again, we're back. It's in tip. Why I keep saying hints? Ain't no fucking hint. These are fucking tips. Okay. Try different things, okay? Try different things in college, because you never know what you will and what you won't like. I can honestly say my first time trying sushi was in Natchitoches in college. A lot of like first memories due to college. So just try it, because you just never know. Like you never know what you're gonna like, what you're not gonna like, and you don't want to rid yourself of an experience because you're too scared. Now, I'm not saying try coke. I'm not saying try heroin. I'm not even saying try weed, goddammit. But so what I am saying is try something that's different, you know? Because it's an experience. It's an experience. And like I said, I ain't saying try no drugs and no hard shit. I'm just saying just be willing to allow yourself to try different things, whether it's food or go different places or this and that. Another goal, back to the academic side, go meet with your advisor. My advisor was ass, but meet with your advisor and try to gain a relationship with your professors. That's very, very important, especially when it comes to resumes and different things like that. And something that plays in with that is trying to join organizations on campus. So we just gonna chop this up into whatever. So let's start off with the advisor. My advisor was a little bitch. Like, she seen that my GPA dropped, and so she was kind of just telling me, you're not gonna get into clinical, so you need to change your major. And she was right. But I mean, I just felt like as an advisor, she could have been a little nice, because those are legit her words to me. But I mean, it is what it is. I can't change it now. She was definitely right, but I feel like her approach could have been a little different. This eyeshadow was just not it, bro. I wouldn't really focus on establishing a relationship with any professor that's not in your degree. Like, the people who are in your prerequisite classes, I wouldn't try to establish a relationship with them, because who the fuck are them? No disrespect. I'm just saying, if you're, for example, my degree was psychology, the people who wrote my resumes were my advisor, and then some of my teachers. because I took them for multiple classes and they actually understood who I was as a person. One of my teachers was actually over one of the organizations I was a part of, which was African American Caucus. And then I had my advisor was actually my teacher for a couple of classes. So those relationships matter. Your prerequisite classes, like, I'm not about to have my fucking fine arts teacher write me a letter of recommendation, because who the fuck are you? No disrespect, I'm just saying. I'm not saying kiss their ass, but I'm just saying go talk to them. Try to have, and ask them how their vacation was. Ask them how their Christmas was, because they're going to remember that. And when you need something from them, it's like a give-take relationship. You can't just expect them to give, and you're not giving shit. You know, it's like a normal relationship. Just make it very mutual, very respectful. Foster those relationships and make sure that they are, you know, well around their relationships. I feel like this eyeshadow is just not it. But y'all, this makeup is ass. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm walking around the house looking like this. I look stupid. I fucked up when I started trying to be artistic with this eyeshadow. Oh. I'm gonna drop some pictures of makeup that I've done on myself and where it really just ate, because this is not giving me any justice, like, at all whatsoever, and I'm kind of feeling ashamed. But I'm still gonna post this video though, believe it. I could do more. I could do a part 2 if y'all want me to. Y'all, this look is a hot ass mess. Why y'all let me do this to myself? All right, y'all, so I didn't set the camera up a little bit. Yeah, this was a hot ass mess. Like, this is a tip. Yes, this is definitely a tip. If you ever become overwhelmed, don't be afraid to take a break. Do not be afraid to take a break, or don't even be afraid to go to a community college, like a 2-year college, or even if you're scared to move out, do the full college thing. Nothing is wrong with going to a community college. Hell, I started at one. Now, granted, I knew I didn't want to finish at one, which there's nothing wrong with if you do. In summer school, another tip, especially for the first year users, do not be afraid to go to a different school for summer school courses, bitch. Because that shit is gonna be so much, it's probably gonna be cheaper. The school that I left, Southern University of Shreveport, when I was going Northwestern, I went back to Southern University in Shreveport to take summer fucking courses because I needed to. Yeah, I had failed some classes, obviously. I told y'all that I was up my ex's ass. So I had failed some classes. And for me, I literally looked at 3 different schools. And the school that fit, that's the school I went to. And I ended up getting the classes, which happened to be the school that I started at, and it was just cheaper. So I went to that school and I fucking did what the fuck needed to be done. This makeup look is giving 2013. I'm sorry. So this is the hair, this is the face, and let's go put on the dress with a couple of accessories because I don't have that many, because the majority of my shit is in storage. So all right, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and take some of these tips that I said and apply them, y'all. I'm not lying to y'all. Like, I would not lie to y'all. I'm telling y'all, everything that I told y'all is shit that I had to deal with. So take it, use it, make the best out of your college experience. I hope y'all have an amazing academic year. Turn up, have fun, make memories, because you don't get these years back. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video.